Caught in the crossfire. It's caught in the
Yes guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bear and this is a house of 1,000 inverts. First of all, as always, if you're new here, a massive welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Your support means the absolute world. If you like videos that are spider tarantula based, make sure you like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Boom. Right, today's episode is a really special one for me. I'm going to be setting up a really awesome enclosure for the Brachypelma homori, also known as the Mexican red-knee tarantula. Now, this was the first tarantula I ever got when I got back into this hobby. This girl in particular, I've had since literally she was the size of a grain of rice. So she's gone through many enclosures, starting off in a typical little test tube pot, up to other little plastic enclosures, into faunarium, small, medium, and large. She needs rehousing, so I thought, right, now's the time to do her something really special. So I got my hands on this glass enclosure from a place called Pool Hut. Now it is quite large. It's 30 by 35 by about 50 centimeters in length, so there's a lot of space inside. I found this beautiful waterfall ornament. It's also got a mister. So I thought putting that in, combined with the whole jungle theme, is going to look really awesome. So what I'm going to do in a second, I'm going to roll the intro. I'm going to show you guys how I put this enclosure together, and then also give you some facts about the Mexican red knee, show you how I put her in, and yeah, happy days. So I really hope you enjoy what you're about to see. And yeah, I'm going to shut up. Let's roll the intro. Let's get started.
The house of 1,000 inverted bricks is where we're living. The house of 1,000 inverted bricks. See what you're missing. So many legs, where to begin? So many friends to welcome you in. The house of 1,000 inverted bricks is where we're living. The house of 1,000 inverted bricks is where we're living.
Yes guys, welcome back. Here we have the glass enclosure. As I said, it is quite a big one. Originally it did house my LP, my salmon pink, but I've upgraded her to a slightly larger enclosure. So yeah, this would be perfect for what I want to do for my Mexican red knee. Now I've given it a nice clean. We're just giving it a final wipe round now. Literally kitchen towel, a bit of water, always works perfectly. Gets rid of any excess marks or smears you might have on the glass. Now what I've done here is I'm flipping it over so I've got the back up to me. I've come across these really cool backgrounds on eBay. They're literally a couple of quid. Instead of having nothing there, it makes the enclosure stand out, and yeah, it makes it pop a bit. Like, funny enough, this was actually the hardest part of putting this enclosure together, because every time I rolled it out, it popped back, which was really annoying. But yeah, we got it done in the end. Literally a bit of sellotape, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. And there you have it. Looks really good. There is a slight gap at the bottom, but this is not an issue because we're going to be filling this with substrate anyway, so you're not going to notice that. A lot of this video I have sped up for the simple fact that some parts did take a while, and if I'd done it in real time, this video would go on forever, and I don't want to bore you guys. As you can see, I'm putting a substrate in. I want to get a nice few inches in here. Now this substrate is a mixture of cocoa fibre, topsoil and sand. Always find it works really well. Now we do have a water feature that's going to go in. It's quite thick, so I want to make sure there's plenty of room to sort of push it down into the substrate. Not only that, we want plenty of room for the Mexican red knee to burrow down and dig around as she wants to. Now over to the water feature. I literally picked this up for about £20 off Amazon. It's got that jungle feel to it, so with the whole jungle theme with the enclosure, it's going to look really good. Not only does it come with a pump, it also comes with a mister, which I've got right here. Now this is easy to set up. All you do is feed the wire through the back, you pull it through, and then the mister itself will literally just sit on the bottom. Now where it's sitting, this is where the water will go, and then once it's turned on, obviously the mist will generate on top of the water. And there you have it. The next part we need to sort is the pump. Now again, this is really easy to sort. Here it is here. As you can see, there is a little lever on top that increases the water flow, so you can either speed it up or slow it down. Now you can see this tube here coming out from the back. Nice and simple. All you do is you take the end and you literally push it into the hole of the pump, and that is it. And then you can push the pump on the inside, and apart from adding the water, you are literally ready to go. Now there is one more part of this ornament. There is a tree that literally sits on top. But again, that's really easy to sort. As you can see, there's a little hole there. On the bottom of the tree, there's a little spike that goes down. So you literally just slot it in. And there you go. And that's more or less the water feature set up and ready to go. Right, we're going to go back over to the enclosure now. As you can see, we've got a nice bit of substrate in. The next thing to do is create that ready-made burrow. Now, I always angle a nice bit of cork bark in, and then I use the substrate to sort of build up and around and pat it down to make it feel sort of like nice and secure. As I said, I have sped this video up because it did take a while. Not only that, I wasn't happy with the first time I done it, so as you'll see in a second, I do pull it out and redo. I want to make sure that she's got a nice bit of substrate in there, so when she goes in, she can burrow down even more if she wants to. Right, so add a bit more substrate in now. This is ready for when we put in the water feature, and then we can build up and around that. And here we go. Now I was debating either putting it up against the glass or on an angle, but I've angled it slightly just so there's plenty of room so I can sort of like feed the wires out through the back, so they're not going to become too much of an issue for the tarantula itself. And what I'll do now is I'll just feed a bit of substrate round, just making it nice and secure. And then what we'll do is we're putting the tree on the top. And apart from adding water, we are pretty much there with the whole water feature. Now again, more substrate going in just to pad around, again making it nice and secure. And like I said, giving the whole enclosure plenty of depth. Also got a nice fake plant which I'm going to stick to the side, dangling down. This is also really good because in regards to the background where I said I put tape on the side, this covers it completely. So yeah, it looks really good. And now just to make the enclosure pop even more and stand out and also look more natural, I've got some live carpet moss which I'm going to put all over the top of the burrow. And yeah, as I said, it looks really good and it stands out and looks more natural. And again, to make it look more natural, and a nice bit of chippings and leaf litter. Just sprinkled out all around. And this enclosure is coming together really well. I was so happy with this. Now, even though she's going to have a massive water feature, I'm still putting in the water dish over on the other side. And of course, what would the enclosure be without a skull, especially with the whole mist effect? Now we'll fill up our water dish. Also, we'll give the carpet moss a nice wet down. Just making sure our burrow's nice and secure and plenty of room for it to go in. And now let's fill up the water feature. And then we'll have the moment of truth to see if it all works. Here we go. There is the mister. As you can see, it's kicked in straight away. I got so excited at this point. And there goes the waterfall. Absolutely loving this. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Now this is the enclosure pretty much done. So now it's time to get the hamori in. I'm going to leave you guys here. Hope you enjoy the rest of your video. Yeah, thanks for watching. So there we have it, guys. What an absolute beauty. And this enclosure just exceeded all my expectations. I had this sort of like idea in my head of what I wanted to do. I didn't think it would come together as well as it did. So yeah, I'm literally over the moon. And hopefully she'll settle in and yeah, live out her best life. Once again, if you like videos that are tarantula spider based, make sure you like, leave a comment. And if you hit that subscribe button, it really would mean the world. I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to do in today's episode. So I'm going to leave it there. Once again, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, stay creepy, stay crawly, and I'll see you in the next webisode.